Oh shit. Oh shit. It is time. Friends, Romans, and Patriots, lend me your ears and strap on your tinfoil hats because it is time for the Gay Frog Chat. The Gay Frog Chat is a weekly panel discussion where we go into detail into a specific thing or conspiracy or what have you. Tonight we're going to be talking about self defense. How the government has decided that perhaps getting rid of the Second Amendment is too difficult. However, coming after your God given right to self defense seems to be more of a tenable position because that's not exclusively or explicitly stated in the Second Amendment, as is firearm ownership and carrying. All that being said, I hope you guys are having a wonderful night out there. My name is E Honda, as always, your host. How's it going? We got a Duke in the chat tonight. How you doing, Dukey baby?
Not bad, baby. Happy to be here. Sunday.
Sunday, bloody motherfucking Sunday. We got Corey Long. How's it going, Corey?
Going good. How are you, gents? How's everybody doing out there?
Pretty decent, pretty good. Would you shoot your own car to stop someone from stealing it?
No.
I mean, that was this guy's answer. I don't think he actually he shot the guy who's stealing, and I don't know if he did shoot the guy, right? Like, you'd shoot the guy in this instance. Is that legal self-defense?
No. And I think you're just if you want to steal property, go ahead. I'm not gonna and you're like running away. I'm not going to do that. That's stupid. Good way to end up in jail. Good way to potentially shoot someone else because he's
unless you're in Texas.
Yeah, unless we're not talking about the end of the world apocalypse, like you're stealing my last bit of canned goods. We're talking about like somebody gets in my car and they're starting to take off. Good luck, man. Like, I'm not doing that. Nope.
Well, in Colorado, for instance, and this law was written a long time ago when $200 meant a lot more than it does today.
Mm-hmm.
But the law in Colorado is that you are legally justified in shooting someone in defense of property so long as the value of the property that you're defending is more than $200.
Wow.
That being said, I wouldn't want to try to test that shit in the Colorado courts today.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly my point.
Well, I know in Texas, if someone's trespassing on your property, especially at night, you can shoot them and kill them.
But then you could be civilly liable. There's all kinds of things that could happen, and unless it's life or death, I'm in fear.
I agree with you, but it's just with anything else out there, you got to suffer the consequences of any of your actions.
Right.
Yep. Colorado actually has like shitty gun laws, but it has pretty good self-defense law. Like castle doctrine, right? We have that in Colorado. Other states have it too. But we have like extra castle doctrine. Because, like, let's say in Texas, someone's on your property. You tell them to get off. They don't. You get your gun. They come at you. You shoot them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Completely within your laws of self-defense. In Colorado, if you see, not on your property, but inside your home. If you see someone inside your home who was not invited, right, who broke in or however they got in, you are immediately justified in shooting them dead, regardless if they have a weapon, regardless of their intentions, regardless of anything, because merely the fact that they're inside of your home is considered to be reasonable deadly threat to your life and well-being. So while you can't, technically use like a AR-15 with full capacity magazines to, whatever, but you can shoot them dead with a revolver all you fucking want. Yankee Marshall style. Have you guys ever had to pull a gun on somebody?
Not yet, thankfully.
Have you ever had to like present your firearm to let them know that you have it?
Yes, a couple times.
Yeah. That's about as far as I've ever gotten to. Thankfully, honestly, dude.
Now with that video, with it happening so quickly, did you tell if the person hiding behind the car shot first?
I don't know. Let's watch it.
I don't want to die at home.
Couldn't tell.
And everything else. To die at home in my own yard.
The goal for Whitfield Smith was to protect his family and home
So he says he saw the guy had a gun on his video. Let's see if we can see that at least.
early Monday morning when he noticed a group of men on his Ring camera.
I'm noticing a young man running from my neighbor's yard across my front lawn into the middle of the street to meet up with two other gentlemen.
One of the men made a near fatal decision.
Sprints up my driveway. I can see on camera that he's hunched down, wearing a gray hoodie.
Could you see a gun?
Some kind of firearm. Gray hoodie. See on camera that he's hunched down.
Right about there.
I mean, he's holding something.
Yeah. It's hard to tell.
And he's got some kind of firearm in his hand. He reaches to try to get into my BMW that's in the driveway. The door's locked. Grab my rifle, head outside.
With flip-flops, pajama pants, and no shirt, this veteran went to war.
I wonder what he was. Is he Army that taught him to shoot like that?
I mean, well, that's not Marine Corps style, baby. So I don't know. Good luck.
He was in the Air Force.
Flip flops that he came out of.
Yeah, that's the Air Force training right there. Is what that is.
There you go. That's funny.
No, that might be Coast Guard.
Yeah.
Coast Guard.
No, he's Army Reserve.
There you go.
It's 2 days, 2 weekend. Wait, what is it? 1 weekend a month, 2 weeks a year.
There you go, baby.
That's all you need, baby.
That's all you need. He's ready to rock and roll with that the Colonel Combat stance. Ain't nothing getting by him.
You teach your kids how to punch?
Not yet. No.
Not yet. Yours is Little Duke's still pretty young.
Yeah. He doesn't. He's got it down though. I mean, he like punched me in the face the other day. We were like messing around, and he gave me a nice little punch to the face. I was a little bit proud. He got me good. Was a little shocked.
That's funny.
Teaching his daughter, man, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, when they're that age, you should. But
my youngest son is getting goddamn strong, dude.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm still stronger than him, so he'll go like try hard mode where he's like going as hard as he possibly can. And like he'll start winning for a second, like no, and then I got to go try hard mode so he doesn't win. Like it's gotten to that point now, Like I can't just like handily beat him with one arm behind my back, like yawning,
Yep.
Like I'm fighting Agent Smith and I'm Neo. Like, yeah, that's how it used to be.
Put your hand on his forehead and hold him back.
Well, yeah, like. I'll do this thing where I'm like, come here and give me a hug. I'm like laying in bed. He'll come give me a hug. And then it turns into like a tickle war, which then turns into just like a war.
Yep.
Yeah. Like he doesn't get mad. It's not serious or anything like that. But yeah, he's getting goddamn strong, man. Self-defense for Latinas. All right, let's see it.
What?
Why is she hitting the car with a baseball bat?
Vandalism to self-defense. Oh my gosh.
Vandalism to self-defense drill is my favorite.
I think it's to amp up your adrenaline, but not the greatest optics. Like put your hands in cold water or something, like I think that's what it's trying to simulate. That was the best way to do it.
This is an Antifa drill is what this is.
I was just waiting for that bat to come back and pop her right in the fucking forehead.
Happy to see that Arrow has those self-defense moves already.
For life or death situations and not to be messed with. This move was created by Execute in 1987. However, it was immediately banned from all karate competitions due to its violent nature, which is why, once again, I urge you to use caution. Step one is to make sure your thumb is on the outside of your fingers. If it is on the inside, it can break your thumb during impact. Right. Do this with both hands. You now want to place your fists halfway between your chest and your hip. Once you're at this point, move them slowly from side to side, and eventually the momentum will end up with you.
I love that. That came out of nowhere.
They got me. I was like, where is this going? Okay. Something special for the G Squad. Some survival tactics for yo ass.
What up, baby? We out here in Detroit, Gus.
Oh.
So, Mr. Dale, we about to get to it. Learn some survival tactics for your ass. What's up, baby?
All right, how you doing?
How we doing?
Welcome to Detroit Urban Spell Training.
Yes, sir.
I want to give you some tactics.
We gotta stop
Somebody
open.
who speaks Russian has a problem with you.
Oh, okay.
Do you think this is going to be one of those, like, real ones, or is this some bullshit?
No, he thinks this is real.
He thinks it's real, but it's bullshit?
No, let's see. Let's just follow through with it. What is he gonna do?
All right, all right.
Hey, well, I heard there's somebody out there that, like,
Look at all those fake weapons. That's actually kind of cool.
acting like they tough guys. Okay. We don't have something for that.
So here's what you do. All right? You ever see that gun? Remember, you push the barrel away from you, and you pop it back and bring the face. Bang. Now you have the weapon. Yeah, you're going to shoot if I move. All right. Right in the face. Another option. 1, 2, fingers in the eyes.
Oh.
Rifle is not able to defeat a pro fighter with urban survival training.
I feel like 3 out of 4 of those scenarios, he would have been immediately shot in the jugular and bled out like that guy and that got neck stabbed or whatever.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Tony Simon. We all know Tony. We've been on chats with Tony before, at least I have.
Oh, Tony.
You can carry in every single state, every jurisdiction, and every building if you are willing to risk the consequences. We shouldn't be forced to choose self-defense or the chance of losing our freedom. We should work to make gun control political suicide for all political parties. I like that.
Yep.
Right? I don't want to support a business that's going to say you don't have the right to defend yourself in my business. And if I have to go there for business because I'm doing interviews or whatever, I got it on me. When I'm in Fox and Rupert Murdoch's building doing our good brother Lawrence B. Jones' show, I got it on me. When I'm in Lori Lightfoot City, right, in the South Side, having good dinner with Rhonda Ezel, who's a...
With who? With Rhonda? How does you know Rhonda? God damn it. Fucking Rhonda gets around. All right, let's keep going.
Cases in Chicago, right? I got it on me. When I go to South Central, where our good brother Nipsey Hussle was murdered, and the slaves...
Okay, this is something that I don't like, this like new trend of like, hey, I'm saying something, but we're going to have like this like weird fucking text that shows up as I say it in the bottom right corner that has like different sizes and stuff. And it has words like hustle and slave that are big, but other words like state of that are small. I don't know. It's stupid. I don't like it. Do you guys like that shit?
Trend. I think it's a TikTok thing or something.
Is it for like deaf people so they can be in on it too? Is it for the hearing impaired? Because you can usually press the CC button if that's the case, right?
Yeah, but if it's for the hearing impaired, like you said, why is only 2 words out of how many up there are larger than the others? It's fucking stupid.
All I see is hustle slave.
Yep.
Anyway.
State of California, I got it on me. no governmental body has jurisdiction over my person. And if you think you have jurisdiction over me, I will ask you how. What did I do for you? What do you do for me? I'm like Bane. Remember when the guy said, I've given you a small fortune. And Bane said, and this gives you power over me somehow? You think that making an unconstitutional statute that is not in alignment with the supreme law of the land somehow gives you power over me?
And you think this gives you power over me? I actually do like that scene, dude. And he fucking
That's
the
awesome.
fuck out of that guy.
He crushes that dude's face. Yeah.
Bane was a good bad guy. I didn't like that movie though. Like, let me rephrase that. I liked the movie, but I thought it could have been a lot better. And I felt like the timeline of the whole thing, where like Batman has his back broke and Bane takes over the city, and then like 9 months goes by and the police are still in the sewers and shit. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, that was a little fucked up.
I'm just saying, like, it didn't make sense. You know, like, you're not going to have a bunch of police officers living in a sewer for like a year.
And they
like,
come out ready to fight.
Yeah, passing them sandwiches through fucking like you know, like Ninja Turtle style, you know. I don't think they're going to be doing too well after 9 months of that.
They just came out like ready to rock and roll with like a bunch of dudes and a big like, and they didn't draw their guns to fight these dudes. They just charged them to fight them.
Yeah, they've been taking baths in the sewer water for the past 9 months. Like, no rashes, no problems, no nothing.
Yep, we're just gonna come fight you.
Didn't need to brush my teeth. Gingivitis ain't got shit on me.
But I ain't going for that gun. I wanna fight a huge crowd of criminals that have access to all the weapons and have been running the city, raping and pillaging for the past 9 months. But I'm gonna bare knuckle brawl you.
Smoke says, hey, the Ninja Turtles did it, Honda. So did refugees from Demolition Man. Well, they had rat burgers.
And they were getting pizza like every day.
Yeah.
A steady diet of the za. Okay.
Yeah, dude. Kino was bringing that shit on point.
Yeah. So, I mean, really? So.
It gave them time to figure out the 3 seashells.
I still got to fucking figure out how that shit. Use like 2 to scrape and pinch or something, and then the last one.
What? That's so nasty.
Yeah, like how does it work? Do they have like some sort of like technology built into them that squirts butt cleaning jizz into your crack, and then you don't even have to get a raid kit when you're done? Yo, man, these 3 seashells spit in my butt. Oh, Jesus Christ.
The pearl.
She's beating up SpongeBob. That's pretty funny. Did SpongeBob have the right to pull out a Smith & Wesson SD9 VE and blast that bitch in the face right then? Not New York is the answer.
Looks like that was in London.
Escambia County, Florida Sheriff's Office. Young boys decide to surprise a homeowner, but they got a surprise instead.
You don't even remember. You don't even know what it is. It came. Oh God, I bet that I see your. Oh God.
Didn't see exactly what happened, but
can kind of tell, right?
Looked like a gun dog, like with all the shit flying in the air. Like you see that often on like these black and white cameras when a gunshot goes off. It'll disturb the dust and whatever's on shit around the camera and fly in front of the lens. But I don't know. Can't see. Certainly didn't get robbed, did he?
You seen the one video where the guy goes up to the window and he says like he's dressed in like a hoodie, and he says like Brown City Police Department, open up the door. And the homeowner's like, I can see you. You don't look like a cop. He's like, open up the door. This is the police. And he's like, go away.
Yeah, if the police ever come to your door, at least this is my plan. Like, don't open the door. You can walk through the door. If they got a warrant, they're going to come in whether you open the door or not. So being like nice and cordial to them is not going to get you anywhere. And you not opening the door and telling them to fuck off will stop them if they don't have probable cause or a warrant. Or if they don't have probable cause or warrant in any way, it gives you fucking really good lawsuit material. Versus you open the door for them, well, there goes your lawsuit. This guy's lucky as fuck. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say nothing good comes from talking to the police.
Yeah, there's this video that a lawyer did a while back that's like, it was him teaching his class, right? So it was like a college, fucking classroom with college like lawyer students in the classroom learning about law. And the whole point of the talk that the guy was giving, lecture, was don't talk to the police. Even if you've done nothing wrong, don't talk to the police. Even if you have done something wrong, don't talk to the police. Even if they have a warrant, don't talk to the police. You don't say shit. They don't know shit. Your lawyer's going to be able to handle whatever information better than you are when it comes to criminal charges and shit like that. And you opening your mouth when under investigation will a lot of time get you in trouble. It's better to just keep your fucking mouth shut. And the other thing is, like, they could be talking to you, right? The police are like, oh, Mr. Honda, blah, blah, blah. What happened? And I'm like, X, Y, and Z, right? And then they go back to their patrol car and write down A, B, and C, not X, Y, and Z. And guess what? That's admissible in court. It's they remembering what you said. So, yeah, don't talk to cops.
No, this guy trained to sit there and manipulate what you say because they're legally allowed to lie. Whereas if you say something and you get caught lying, you're fucked.
Yep.
But they use and they twist your words and just fucking try to entrap you and gather evidence. Everything you say, they're just gathering evidence.
So this guy's lucky as fuck, isn't he? He wasn't on number 4 victim or whatever you want to call it that night of in-house.
Yeah, Mr. Jump Kick Man.
Yeah, he like jump kicked him with his hands in his pockets too. Doesn't it look like his hands are in his front pocket? He was just like walking and like, oh, let me just do a jump kick.
That's exactly what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he's lucky he didn't get a fucking shot to the nutsack. Anyway, that's an example of self-defense, like use of force in a way that is like defendable in court, that kind of shit. Mm-hmm. And even with all the information and shit, he shouldn't have been charged. At least not with, what he got charged with. Maybe you could argue like some sort of gun carrying crime because he was 17. But as for the act of self-defense, there's no like age limit that is required for you to be able to exercise that right. I mean, there's the story of it's like a 10-year-old or something like that. Some people came into the house. They were holding the mom hostage and robbing shit, and the 10-year-old comes in blasting, like knew where the gun was, went and grabbed it, made sure it was loaded, came out and just started shooting.
Yeah, I read a story like that, and then he like made fun of the guy as he was laying there crying. Is what I read. That may not be true, but I read it, and it said that he not only shot him, but as they were waiting for the police, 911 could hear him making fun of the dude who like came in his house to rob him, and he was like, "I just shot you, and you're crying," and like, yeah,
isn't that the one where the kid shot through the laundry basket because the thief was loading everything up in the laundry basket, and the kid just came in and shot through it.
I'm not sure. I just know.
I just remember watching the video of like the kid being like, "Yeah," and then I grabbed the gun and shot him, and he was like 10, dude, like a 10-year-old kid.
I think he even said in the interview that he started laughing at him because he was crying.
I hope that kid's doing okay. Like, what does that do to like a 10-year-old kid having to like granted, like what he did was right? Like if he hadn't done that, his mom might have died. Like shit would have gone bad potentially. Yada yada yada. Legally justified in doing what he did, even though he's 10, right? But what does that do to a 10-year-old to like kill somebody, or is it just like, it's like killing a squirrel?
I gotta imagine it's pretty life altering. But I think it changes the fact this isn't someone that was walking around, and like somebody tried to take his car. He was in his house with his mom. Like there's no other situation like defending your home and your mother. Like like there's no more clear way to have to make a decision to defend yourself than in your own home with your mom. So I think that may change it a little bit. Who knows, though?
Yeah, but plus kids are resilient, so I think it would be easier for them to bounce back or, adapt to the aftermath of having to shoot and kill somebody.
America is something else. What the fuck? These dudes are like squaring off to fight over a little girl's fucking bicycle, while at the same time these dudes are like shooting like TikTok videos.
It's like a Renaissance picture.
It's like the fall of Rome embodied in a 10-second video.
Mm-hmm.
The vandalism is self-defense drill. It's so funny, dude. Oh yeah, there's this guy. He was the bodega clerk, or what did Kamala Harris call it? A bogota.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, she didn't know what a bodega is, so she called it a bodega. So yeah, the bodega owner who was attacked by this guy because his girlfriend, I forget the story exactly. I think it was something like his girlfriend came in to like get some snacks for their child, some like sugar snacks at 12 o'clock at night, and then her food stamps wouldn't work. So the guy's like, yeah, like, sorry, you can't buy this shit. Your food stamps didn't work. And so she goes out to the car and she's like, yo, like, they won't sell me shit. And so he goes in and assaults the guy and then gets stabbed and dies. And it's like, oh, the bodega guy was a murderer. He was planning on murdering people. That's why he had a knife. This is New York City. I don't know why Adam Sandler came out and made an appearance. Shampoo is better. It leaves your hair silky smooth and soft. Conditioner is better. Stephen Carroll says, in Massachusetts, self-defense is illegal. You get a letter when you get an ITC. What's an ITC? Something carry? Saying that lethal force is not allowed to stop murder, kidnapping, or rape. Like, get the fuck out of Massachusetts if that's the case. So when are you allowed to use lethal force? I mean, you can't use it to stop murder, kidnapping, or rape. When can you use it? You just can't, I guess. Pepper spray is illegal throughout most of Europe, as well as tasers. Throughout most of Europe, self-defense is straight up illegal. Europeans heard when seconds matter, police are minutes away, and said, "Sounds great. I want to be easy to kill as possible until they get here." Whenever a European lectures you on literally anything, ask them about their self-defense laws and how they empower women to defend themselves. Ask about pepper spray, tasers, anything, and they will always answer. Their answer will always be, "We don't." It's true. Remember that guy who had to fucking stop the terrorist attack on the bridge with a narwhal tusk because it's fucking goddamn fog-breathing England who sucks ass at everything? Bailed your asses out of 2 fucking world wars, you fucking fog-breathing fucking bitches. Fuck you.
But yet they want to preach and tell us that, how we should live our lives here, what we can, what we shouldn't and shouldn't be able to do. It's fucking stupid. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, LTC's licensed to carry. That makes sense. I thought, I was thinking C means carry, but I didn't. something carry. Dark side, something. Circle is complete. Yesterday, attorney Ben Crump released a video of Texas Taco Bell employee throwing hot water on his clients. Notice how Crump does not mention how his clients are harassing and assaulting the employees as well as the ones behind the counter. Can you use hot water in self-defense? Yeah, there's no audio here. Ben Crump. Why does that name sound familiar? Why should I know Ben Crump? All right, where's the part with the water? Oh,
Whatever works, right?
They're behind the counter. He shouldn't be there. Oh! That's a waiter's dream right there. That's what every waiter wants.
Honda's like, if that was only me, I would love to do that.
I mean, if we could do it without getting fired, we do it all the time. All right, here's another video. Same video, multiple angles. All right, let's skip to the part. It's like right about here. Oh, yep, there they go behind the counter. Here's the people.
She just walks up, does it, and walks away and gets more.
They just got boiling hot water ready to go. What do they use boiling hot water for at Taco Bell? Like rehydrating the fucking fake meat? That would be my guess.
What do they got going here?
Taco Bell employees being assaulted by 3 ladies of the night. I don't know if they're hookers, but they're, 3 women at Taco Bell assaulting the people about Taco Bell things. And then, check this out. They like try to go behind the counter. They're arguing and yelling. And then out of left field, hold on, wait for it. Then out of left field, hot water.
Oh. Oh my gosh. Oh, you can
Eduardo Espinosa says that's a wet dream.
Oh man. That's a spicy. Oof. Yeah, I've never felt the need to mess with people who are cooking food.
It's usually people trying to get shit for free, in my experience. Like, the ones who are going to give you the problems are the ones who are like, they'll order something and they'll change it before you can even put it in, and then they'll ask for something else weird, like as it's being cooked, and then when it comes out and it's not right, they're going to be like, well, I said that it shouldn't have mushrooms 15 minutes after I ordered the food. And you're like, dude, fuck you. Like, I tried. I ran around for you and your no mushroom shit 15 times more than anyone else's meal tonight. And it looks like you're going to get it for free, too. And not tip me. Thanks. That's great. Come again. Please. Super Gremlins. Ohio Patriot says, Ben Crump is the jackass lawyer I talked about a week ago who was defending the family of the guy killed in Minnesota who tried to murder a mother and her children. Was that one where the cops killed the guy and everyone's out protesting, and there's that lady who's like, he shot at my baby. I can't sleep at night. Go the fuck home. I don't know if you guys saw that video or not.
It doesn't sound familiar.
I mean, I could try to find it, but I'm not going to. Courts let Kyle Rittenhouse off on self-defense after shooting 3 people, but I'm being illogical and immoral by arguing abortion is self-defense. What? How is abortion self-defense? You're going to have to explain that one to me.
Because you're defending yourself against the life-changing effects of pregnancy and having a child. You have to defend yourself against that by killing the baby. Didn't you know?
Aboriginal. Fucking a monk.
Self-defense.
Well, it's like, have you seen that video where looks like a kid, honestly, but the guy asking these I think they're Australian women about my body, my choice, blah blah blah. They believe in it, and they're like, yes, yes. And then he goes, so what are your views on the vaccine? Should people be forced to get it? And they said yes, because one of them is saving lives. The other one, or it's, what is it? One's not killing people or some shit like that.
Yeah, because
abortion isn't killing people.
Abortion isn't killing people, but the virus is. I saw that.
Yeah, it's fucking retarded. Like,
you just can't argue with fucking insanity and stupid. That's the fucking cognitive dissonance on our side. Is like, hey, I'm just gonna go over and reason with these fucking completely insane people who want to destroy everything I care about, and it's gonna work out great. Like, no, dude, it's not gonna work out. Yes, dude, you're wasting your fucking time. No, dude, you shouldn't do that anymore. Woke white people tried to burn down Kenosha after a black male woman beater was shot by the police. It's true. It's true. Could you kill someone with one of these in one swipe? Okay, let me rephrase that. Should the guy who attacked Zeldin, the governor, whatchamacallit guy, not governor-elect, but like guy who's running for governor in New York, got attacked on the stage while he was giving a speech with a guy holding one of these, right? And he was let go the next day. The guy was let go out of jail the next day because, according to the police, what he was charged with was just simple assault in the state of New York, simple assault, or like aggravated assault or whatever it was. You get released the next day. Any other time in history, you attack a guy who's running for governor, isn't that an assassination attempt?
I think.
Yeah.
Just
But
a little
today's
odd.
law didn't know.
Just a little odd. If you, by your very form of argument, grant to the unbeliever, the rebel sinner, the validity of his rebellion, then you are handing him the methodology of his own self-defense. That sounds like some Christian shit. Every country has the right to self-defense. So Russia attacked Ukraine. Dmitry Medvedev, during today's press conference in Volgograd.
Ah, that's Stalingrad.
Oh, yeah. Volgograd is Stalingrad. I didn't know
And
that.
that's why he has a veteran of Stalingrad behind him, I'm guessing.
Yeah, that guy looks like he fought in Stalingrad, doesn't he?
He's got enough medals.
Yeah.
That looks like, Stalingrad, so
Dude, how many people died at Stalingrad? Wasn't it like several million?
Oh yeah. We forget that like 4 out of 5 Germans killed in World War II were killed by Russians or something like that. Like 4 out of 5 or 3 out of 4, something like that, were killed by the Russians. Let's see.
Well, I did a book report on a book about Stalingrad back in, I think I was in 8th grade. And it was amazing to me when I gave that report and talked about how it was the turning point for World War II and how more German soldiers were killed on that front than any other part of the war, and how if it wasn't for the sacrifice that people of Stalingrad made or were forced to make, that it would have been a completely different outcome of the war. At least it would have gone differently and gone for longer and shit like that. And nobody knew anything about it.
About 2 million people died. About 800,000 of them were Germans, and about 1.1 million were Soviets.
Yeah, like out of those, like most of those were civilians.
40,000 were civilians.
Oh no, way more than that.
That's what it says according to Google. I got right here.
Dude, there was like stories about German soldiers taking. Dude, this is gross. They would take like blown up body parts of women that were still intact and use them, like shit like that, dude.
Oh,
yeah,
that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Use them how though? Like,
think.
Like,
just yes.
I'm afraid to.
I really like this guy. Let's see what he has to say. I forget his name.
James Madison wrote in Federalist 46, besides the advantage of being armed, which the Americans possess over the people of almost every other nation, the existence of subordinate governments to which the people are attached and by which the militia officers are appointed forms a barrier against the enterprises of ambition more insurmountable than any which a simple government of any form can admit of. Notwithstanding the military establishments in the several kingdoms of Europe, which are carried as far as the public resources will bear, the governments are afraid to trust the people with arms. And it is not certain that with this aid alone, they would not be able to shake off their yokes. But were the people to possess the additional advantages of local governments, chosen by themselves, who could collect the national will and direct the national force, and of officers appointed out of the militia by these governments, the local governments, and attached both to them and to the militia, it may be affirmed with the greatest assurance that the throne of every tyranny in Europe would be speedily overturned in spite of the legions which surround it. Noah Webster wrote in an examination of leading principles of the federal Constitution, quote, before a standing army can rule, the people must be disarmed, as they are in almost every country in Europe. The supreme power in America cannot enforce unjust laws by the sword, because the whole body of the people are armed and constitute a force superior to any band of regular troops. Patrick Henry wrote in 1778, guard with jealous attention the public liberty. Suspect everyone who approaches that jewel. Unfortunately, nothing will preserve it but downright force. Whenever you give up that force, you are ruined. The great object is that every man be armed. Everyone who is able might have a gun. Now, people look at those words in 1778 differently than some today in 2022. They look at them differently because they're not looking at through the prism of having come out of a tyranny with King George and exercising their liberty to extract themselves from that tyranny and establish a new nation. But the principles remain the same in any event. The principles are exactly the same. And that is the reality of the purpose of the Second Amendment. And some like to point to a part of the Second Amendment and suggest that some of us ignore that part. No, we just analyze the clause and analyze the entirety of the Second Amendment and recognize that well-regulated in the 18th century meant well-organized, well-armed, well-disciplined.
I really, really like this guy. I really do. He's speaking fucking truth in Congress right now, which probably half the people sitting in that room think this guy's a terrorist because of these views. But those very views that he's espousing are the very views of the fucking founding fathers of our country. They're the views and the principles by which our country has been able to withstand threat of invasion, you know, like all kinds of stuff, right? Like we are, as a country, more free, or at least we were more free and more able to protect ourselves and throw off the chains of government if they become too heavy and things like that than any other country in the world. But I would argue that today, with technocracy, with the level of control that is exerted by the centralized federal government of our country, that perhaps we don't have the means to throw off the chains anymore. We've lost that ability. It's been curtailed to the point, and technology has developed and advanced to the point where there's an asymmetric balance of power in which the government now has the upper hand, not the people. And I think the saying is government should fear the people and not the other way around.
And it was the whole of the people, the people of the day, that made up the militia because they just organized. And they organized themselves against tyranny, and they organized themselves in order to stand up against the king. And I will in a moment, Chairman. That is the reality of the origination of the Second Amendment. Now, we have weapons for a variety of purposes. We talk about it here regularly: hunting, defending ourselves. I'm going to talk in a minute when we talk about amendments, about the need for the people of Texas, for example, not only to hunt deer, pigs, all the various things that we hunt in Texas, but also to defend ourselves with a wide open border, with cartels that are well armed and empowered along our border, with incursions that are reaching into communities in South Texas. And again, I'll address that a little later in an amendment. But we have the right to do that and to defend ourselves. And the history is replete with examples of the extent to which Americans have defended themselves, and in fact using the weapons that the majority wants to take away, whether it was a citizen using an AR-15 chased and shot down the Sutherland Springs shooter, whether in Harris County, Texas, a 15-year-old with an AR-15 defended himself and his 12-year-old sister from two home invaders. In Houston, Texas, a Texan with an AR-15 took down 3 drive-by shooters. A man with an AR-15 defended himself and 3 others from a gang of 7 masked and armed criminals. A good neighbor with an AR-15 stopped the stabbing without firing a shot. 3 Hawaiians with an AR-15 chased away 3 attackers. I could go on and on.
Did you say 3 Hawaiians with an AR-15? Are they in there?
I don't know.
Hold on, let's listen again.
3 others from a gang of 7 masked and armed criminals. A good neighbor with an AR-15 stopped the stabbing without firing a shot. 3 Hawaiians with an AR-15.
He did say 3 Hawaiians with an AR-15. Jacob Eads says, considering 400 cops were scared of one man, I think we still have good odds. Yes, that's true, and, you know, like, there's that, and you have a point, and maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. As soon as they get DARPA dogs with, like, heat-sensing machine guns on their nose or whatever, like, we're fucked. You know, like, we got Terminator 2. Like, unless we find fucking John Connor, and he's alive and well, and ready to organize us, like, maybe I'm John Connor.
If you're listening to this, you are the resistance.
I'm pretty good at breaking things. I know that, like machines and, you know, electronics. Anything I touch kind of falls apart.
But do you have the ability? Do you have that ATM machine that he had with him and his redheaded friend?
Oh man,
because I wanted one of those.
That would have made the '90s so great.
Easy money. Easy money.
Easy money.
I'm like,
hey man, that redheaded kid saved his life. Like that redheaded kid fucking saved his motherfucking life because they were in the arcade and the evil T-2000 came up and he's like, "Hey man, do you know this guy?" And he's like, "Nope."
Yeah, and remember he didn't talk to he didn't tell the cop nothing. I don't know him.
I don't know shit. Don't know shit.
But the little girl, the geeky dude with the glasses pointed John right out.
Yep.
I think he's over there. As John was playing Missile Command. Yeah,
Yep. Fucking fat kid.
We remember.
Fucking truffle shuffle.
Chunk comes in, just points him out.
Leo?
Yes. Oh, what's this about a truffle? Did I miss it?
Yeah, the truffle shuffle is very good for you. Yeah, it is good for your cardiovascular.
Sounds delicious.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but when a 22-year-old illegally, that's a lie, brings a loaded gun into a mall and kills a mass shooter armed with an AR-15 after he already killed 3 people and wounded others is not a ringing endorsement of our implementation of the Second Amendment. Fuck you, Shannon Watts. You fucking dumb, fucking stupid fucking cunt. Go fuck yourself straight to fucking death with a knife dildo.
Don't pass go. Don't collect $200.
A rusty knife dildo.
Yeah, get the one that they used in 7 out of fucking mothballs covered in rust and jizz and fucking shove that shit in your fucking dirty fucking cunt, you whore. Oh, was that too much for YouTube? Sorry. My bad. Oh, words. Words are bad, Honda. How dare you say these things? Suck a dick.
Just claim that you're a Democrat.
I
should be able to get away with it.
Super Democrat.
Yep.
I'm so far right, I'm far left. Just kidding. All American Jews should consider arming themselves for self-defense. Their hatred of us is only getting worse. Why is it that in 2022, all of a sudden, the very people who were screaming at the tops of their lungs that we are the Nazis are also simultaneously the same people who are on the side of people who want to fucking destroy Jerusalem and don't like Jewish people? How does that fucking circle square? I don't understand. Can anyone explain that one to me?
Liberal logic? I can't explain it.
Fuck you, Leo. It's your fault.
Yeah.
You and your whole city.
It is my fault.
Yuck.
I just need to stop listening to Mark Malone, and maybe I can change my ways.
Yeah, Mark Malone, you're out there, right? Tell us why all the Jew hate all of a sudden. I don't understand it. I mean, I could see like Soros and Bloomberg, and like there are certain people who are like rich and powerful who happen to be Jewish, who you could be like, that individual is an evil person. I don't necessarily equate that to people who believe in the same God as the evil person are all evil too. You know what I mean? Like that's the leap I'm not willing to make.
For once, Mark Malone's actually quiet.
Mark Malone. What are they saying about Amber Heard? No Amber supporter has ever denied that she hit him, and neither has Amber since the very beginning. She has openly owned up to hitting him back and throwing objects in self-defense. She has never denied it. However, none of that makes her the abuser. Reactive violence is not abuse. I don't think what Amber Heard was doing was reactive violence. In fact, there was an entire jury of people who agreed that based upon the evidence in court, that Amber Heard was not reactively violent, that she was just abusive and violent, and then at the same time accused the person that she was abusing of being the abuser himself to cover up her own tracks, and then got caught on it and fucking national spotlight on her fucking face. That's why she's got these fucking like old ass fucking looking eyes right here, the big ass bags under her fucking eyes, because she knows she's been caught as a liar. Which, by the way, if you have borderline personality disorder, is the number one thing that you don't want people to know, is that you are in fact a fucking abuser who will, you know, like if the world knows that, that's the worst thing that can happen to you, because now it's going to be real hard to find a victim, isn't it, bitch?
Well, if Johnny Depp was to cut off her finger and then shit in her bed, he would still be in prison right now.
It's true. And we'd be cursing.
And Amber does have a victim that she can continue to beat on. Her sister.
It's true. Yeah, her sister looks pretty haggard too, to be honest.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, GoFundMe took down the campaign of Jose Alba, a victim of violence. Today, GoFundMe allows the campaign for a violent criminal. Hypocritical much, GoFundMe? Hypocritical much? Do you like to take away money from people who use self-defense? Do you like to give it to people who hurt people? Can't get my voice any higher than that.
The voices of E Honda.
That's what I do. It's part of what I do. It's not the only thing that I do. I'm also a waiter.
Yeah, where's my iced tea and cup of ranch?
It'll be right
I
up.
established a cup of ranch real early in the meeting. I'm like, you just bring that to me like right now while you're coming back, so like we ain't got to like make a thing out of it.
I'm going to put you down on the ground, Duke.
All right.
I'm gonna pull your pants down, and I'm gonna put ranch in your butt crack.
Nope.
So that you have to get a rape kit, and then your wife's gonna know that you had a rape kit administered on you in Colorado.
Oh my gosh!
All because you wanted more ranch. Do you still want that ranch? Yeah? No? Maybe?
I mean, if it's just ranch, you know, just go ahead and go for it.
I feel like that would be like a mess to clean, like a bunch of ranch in your butt crack, you know?
Ooh.
Like, you're gonna have to take a shower. I don't think toilet paper's taking care of that, you know?
Gives a whole new meaning to tossed salad.
I mean, but your butt crack will smell delicious.
Would it be pleasant to eat that ass afterwards, or would it be like nasty butt ranch? I think it would be nasty butt ranch, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah. Right? Is it humid that day? Depends. Like if you already had swamp ass and then you pour ranch on it, then you know.
See, this is the entirety of. Oh, you want to learn karate? All right. Lesson 1: hit him in the nuts.
Right. Then lesson 2: run.
There's lesson 1, lesson 2, and lesson 3 going back in time.
Look like lesson 3 is something else.
Yeah, he's pulling him off. He's pulling him off there is what he's doing.
Is there still a war in Ukraine? I forgot. Is that still going on?
Oh yeah, and
Are
Russia's
they all
winning.
made up yet? Okay.
Russia's winning, and that's why no one wants to talk about it anymore. Is because it's like, how many $1 billion did we pour into the defense of a country that we have no allegiance to whatsoever? Oh, that's right, several. How are they doing in that war? Oh, shitty. Hey, let's talk about anything else.
January 6th. A day that nobody will forget.
A day that will live in infamy. I like this. What do you guys think? Someone who knows about guns should recommend me one for self-defense. What would you recommend? It's like a friend of yours who's not into guns, who sees what's going on, and he comes up to you and he's like, hey, Duke, I'm really worried about the world today and my children being protected and my own self-defense and stuff like that. And I'm not, I know I've been critical about your view on firearms in the past or whatever, but I'm really thinking about getting a gun. What gun should I get for self-defense?
Model 10, Glock 17, Maverick 88. There you go.
Yeah. The question would be whether you like the person that's asking. Because if you like them, then you would give them answers like Dukes. But if you don't like them, tell them 50 AE.
Or you tell like I don't know, like I even think like a 380, like a Burst of Thunder or something's a good option too. Like it doesn't matter.
I would go at caliber 9mm, a M&P with a safety.
I mean, if you told him to get like one of those 22 Cricket, like semi-auto fucking things that SIG made for a while that were just like piece of shit Jam-O-Matic specials, then I'd say, yeah, that's a bad choice. But pretty much any revolver, pretty much any handgun is going to work,
Yeah.
So there's really not, I mean, especially in 2022, there's not a lot of bad options. Like back in the day, there was all the Ring of Fire guns and, I mean, nowadays, the only thing I would say to stay away from is like Kel-Tecs or like SCCYs, the Skies.
Yeah.
Because even if you get like a fucking high point, it's going to work. It's not going to be fun to carry it, but it's going to work.
Oh, the Skies that bad?
Yeah, they're pretty bad.
Okay.
Not to mention, weren't they one of the guns that if you bought too many of, the fucking cops would show up at your house?
I don't know,
heard
but I'm
stories about that.
thinking about testing that and just going and buying like 5 strip lures, and then just being like, all right, now I'm waiting for him, Oh shit. Oh shit. Let's watch this.
Oh. Oh.
Damn.
Oh my gosh.
I've seen the full video of this. Well, I think dude was packing his clothes up and he was about to leave. And she just started punching him. So she kind of got what was coming to her.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, how many
That's
times?
a big ass bitch. So
How many times
I can't blame him.
does a woman have to punch you in the back of the head before you can turn around and punch her back?
One.
Not one time. Well, apparently, in the eyes of the law, she just got to keep hitting you and you can't do nothing. So
like I've always said, if a woman's prepared to put herself in a man's position like that, she better be prepared to take a man's ass whooping.
Yeah. I don't disagree. I mean, you start punching me, maybe twice. Like, you hit me once and be like, what the fuck? Hit me again. Like, okay, it's on, you know?
And then the red flag laws kick in. They take all your guns. Yeah. Be damn near a whole year until you get them back. If they don't like you. If they don't throw you under the jail for defending yourself.
And who had that camera? Was that camera set up? That's kind of what I'm worried about.
I think it was his
I
computer.
think it was on live. I think it was on Facebook Live or something.
Oh my God.
Something like that.
Yo, we breaking up, everybody. I'm on live on Facebook. Just packing up my shit before I get up out of here. Get this bitch off of me. Yo, you hosts hit me up later. I'll be done at about 2:00.
Basically.
And then she was like, "What'd you say about hoes?"
Yeah.
Do you ever think that Princess Peach and what's the lizard guy's name?
Bowser?
Yeah. If her and Bowser were like secretly fucking on the side, and that's why she kept getting kidnapped.
There's a cartoon of this.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Go on.
No, it's just like it shows them in bed and they're smoking a cigarette, and it says like, we really got to come up with a better plan to get together or something like that. Like he might get suspicious.
Yeah,
I think that was Adult Swim.
So
Robot Chicken or something like that.
My son doesn't like to get haircuts, so his hair grows like an Amish child, and I have called him Toad because he looks like Toad because his hair is forming a nice mushroom shape. So.
Just give him dreadlocks.
You know, he's very specific about his hair. I combed it a different way for him one time, and he was quite upset as he looked at himself in the mirror. So we're working on it slowly.
What if? Okay, so like Princess Peach comes home, and then 8 months later, she gives birth to a blonde-haired, blue-eyed, Bowser-like child.
That's
Do you
funny.
think Mario gets suspicious at that point?
Nope.
No.
Greenwood Police Chief, Good Samaritan who stopped mall shooting, his actions were nothing short of heroic. He engaged the gunman from quite a distance with a handgun, was very proficient in that, very technically sound. He has no police training and no military background.
Tactically sound, and as he moved,
I guess I could have just let him say that.
To close in on the suspect, he was also motioning for people to exit behind him. He has, to our knowledge, he has no police training and no military background.
There you go. See, it doesn't take much training to get proficient with a handgun or with a rifle. And that's part of why people don't like them, right? It's like, whoa, yesterday you bought a gun and today you're like, Rambo.
Well, see, that takes away the narrative. That's why I like this so much, is that it dissolves the narrative of you have to be special forces or you have to be some military veteran, which that doesn't mean shit when it comes to guns. Yes, it gives you some familiarity. Not everybody was frontline dropping bodies, stacking them up on the ceiling. So, like, chill out with that. It's everyday citizens exercising their rights. That's what stopped this. Okay, it's cool when the dude in the church, was some expert shot and took a shot far away and knocked the dude's dome out. That's cool, but that guy was like an expert, like ex-police shooter. This is an example of everyday people doing great things, saving people's lives. This is what needs to be amplified.
Yep.
That's the key point in this, and the takeaway is that, like I want to hear all day about Ranger Rick and all his exploits in Iraq and how he saved, 10,000 babies and single-handedly took Saddam down. But when it's people like this that take a 40-yard shot and hit this guy 8 out of 10 times, I bet you most people couldn't do that. But this guy could, and this is what people need to emulate.
Yep. No, I mean Rittenhouse did the same thing, right? Like he took that rifle out one time, literally one time, and did like a function test and sighted it in, and then took it home, and then was like, "Oh, there's like crazy fucking riots. Let's help the people out," and then had to use it. Used it flawlessly. Like honestly, like not one bullet went in anybody that didn't deserve one. So that's what I mean by flawlessly.
We watched that live, man. That was crazy that night.
Yeah. Dude totally called out Rosenbaum too.
Yeah.
Didn't know his name at the time, but we're like, yeah, that guy's trouble. This guy's gonna be causing troubles tonight. And sure enough, poor Kyle. I don't know, man. Like, what do you guys think? Should he be pursuing defamation cases against, news outlets and shit like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then he should get so much money and he should just go away for a while.
Well, here's the thing, though, is like winning those defamation cases is very difficult. And there's a pretty good chance that you're going to go through all the court process and not win at all, right? So you're just going to take the money that you had left over from your trial that was given to you, like $1 million left over, and just blow it on that shit, and now you're not going to have anything. Like, I think you'd be better off just like taking that $1 million, buying a big plot of land out somewhere, doing YouTube videos and showing up to gun shows, signing autographs for like $50.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. These websites and news sites have to pay somehow. They have to feel it somehow. I mean, your plan is sound, right? I would also probably go with that plan. But, like these, but the media's get out of hand with it. Somebody's got to do something, really.
And there is something to be said for that. And you're right. Like, if no one does anything and, like, even people like Kyle Rittenhouse, who were completely defamed by the media and shit, don't do anything, then they're just going to keep doing their shit. And by him suing, even if he loses, at least they had to, like, spend the money on the legal defense and the time of, everything that goes into a case, which is a huge pain in the ass, right? Like, that happens enough, maybe that alone is a deterrent, but I don't know, dude. I'm not sure. Yeah, and Rosenbaum was a convicted child rapist. He liked giving grapes to children.
Right.
What are PrEP drugs?
I have no idea.
Nope.
PrEP drugs, quote, encourage and facilitate homosexual behavior, says Texas abortion law author Jonathan Mitchell in federal lawsuit targeting the antiviral medications. What the fuck?
Oh, I think that's the medication you take beforehand if your partner has HIV to help prevent you from getting it. I think that's what that one is. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's HIV. Yep, you're right. That's what people are saying in the chat.
Okay.
It's for AIDS. It just encourages and facilitates homosexual behavior because you don't have to be afraid of no AIDS penis no more.
I only remember that because of Juicy Smollett. In one of his scenes at Empire, he talked about that.
Wasn't expecting that. Who, pa, 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 pa.
Now I bet you that bag has duct tape all on it.
This is what domestic abuser looks like. That's right. You fucking goddamn stupid fucking. I really don't like Amber Heard.
I still would gladly let her shit in my bed, though.
I mean, once. But you're going to regret it, I think.
Maybe.
The fuck?
That was easy.
I feel like you would just get shot. Like, oh, let me... I don't think that works in real life, but maybe it does. This is Kalichi Agbana, 25-year-old shot dead in Aguta this morning, allegedly by Ibigi Agugu fucking operatives. His body has been taken to the morgue by policemen to avoid escalation. What the fuck, dude? All these other countries and their words. Learn English.
Sounds kind of racist, but okay.
Everyone else speaks it.
Yeah.
It's the international business language.
Yep.
If you want to get ahead in the world and you don't speak English, it's the number one thing that you can do to make more money is learn English. Not like I'm telling them to get cancer or something, Hey, get AIDS. Fuck you. Why don't you take some of them pills? Because I'm about to fuck you with AIDS penis.
Are you sure it's not going to be Mandarin in a while?
That's kind of hot.
Everybody's going to have to learn Mandarin.
Yeah, that'll be next. It's not there yet, though. Because they're still learning English in China. We're not learning Chinese in America.
I wonder which English are they teaching?
One
is the British one or U.S.?
Wait, what?
No, I was like, what English style are they teaching though? British or U.S.?
I think it's U.S. English. I don't know. I taught a little bit of English in Taiwan back in, God, what year was that? 95, something like that. For a summer, for a month, actually. It wasn't even a summer.
Right.
It was cool. But all I did was just get up in front of people and just talk like a normal person in English. And then when they would try to repeat me, I'd be like, no, not like that, like this, like that kind of thing.
Right. I wonder, do they say aluminium?
Aluminium.
Or methane.
Petrol.
Right.
Gasoline, mate. All you could eat. Ka-chunk, ka-chunk. It never stops.
You're being a bell end. Cheers. Fuck you, goddamn fog breathers. We already went through this.
Just walk away.
Fucking fog breathers. Woman kills gunman after he runs over and shoots her family. What the fuck? Woman killed an alleged gunman in self-defense after the assailant drove into her family and fatally shot a man and toddler near Montana's Glacier National Park. Whoa. Whoa. Authorities determined 37-year-old Derek Amos Madden of Goldsby, Oklahoma. Yep. Purposely drove his vehicle into Christina Sue's family Sunday while they were walking alongside the road. The two had previously been in a relationship together, and Madden was Suffering from mental health issues, police say in the statement. Police have not
They
yet.
all are.
It's true. Police have not yet determined if Madden owned the gun legally. Madden crashed his vehicle into a tree and proceeded to shoot at the family with a shotgun, killing 39-year-old David Sue and his daughter, 18-month-old Kenzie Sue. Other family members attempted to flee the scene on foot, but Madden shot and injured David Sue's wife, 40-year-old Kristen Sue, police said. 2 other children were present, but managed to run away uninjured. Madden then proceeded to attack the injured Christina Sue with a knife. Despite receiving critical injuries, she fought back and fatally wounded Madden, who died on the scene, the statement read. Authorities didn't show how Madden died.
Nice.
Took that knife away from him and shoved it up his ass, I hope.
Christy, Christina, and Mackenzie Sue were all transported to a hospital where Mackenzie succumbed to her injuries. The attack was isolated to this incident with clear nexus between the victims and Madden, police said.
At least she took her. At least she took him with her. Like, shit, you coming with me? If I'm dying, you dying.
Madden had been working on East Glacier and Christina Sue was originally from New York and living on East Glacier. NBC Montana reported, citing Jody Hickey's, a spokesperson for Glacier County Sheriff. Christy Sue was previously a bookkeeper for the American Baptist Church of New York State, and she and her husband David were members of the First Baptist Church of Husica Falls, New York, according to the outlet. There you go. She fucked him up. She spit in his butt before he died. Yeah. That way, when he goes up to meet Jesus, they got to give him a rape kit.
Yeah.
That sucks, though, man. Like, honestly, that's tragic. Anytime some shit like that happens, it's good that it's good that she was able to at least take him with her, but it's sad still.
Yeah. She gets to go to Valhalla.
Yeah, she makes it to Stobelcore.
Yep.
Florida man won't face charges for self-defense with an AK. Usually, it seems like Florida man is followed by something rather bizarre. Things like Florida man uses private plane to draw radar penis or something. Yes, that's a real one. I remember that one. Anyway, Florida is known to produce some odd stories. However, this good one involving a man's act of self-defense in the Sunshine State. Florida homeowner is absolutely not facing charges after firing an AK-47 style gun at suspected home invaders, a local sheriff said. He started shooting for his own protection to get them out of his house and to protect himself. Simmons said 3 men, including one armed with a gun, entered the home of Escambia County, just ahead of midnight on July 7th. The homeowner was present when the 3 men entered the house and pulled out a handgun from his waistband, but dropped the firearm. The homeowner was able to run and retrieve another weapon, an AK-47 style gun, while one of the suspects picked up the victim's handgun. The homeowner then began firing at the suspects before they fled the home. You guys think a pistol lanyard is a good idea?
A pistol what? Yes.
Lanyard?
In combat situations, 100%. You drop shit more than you want to admit.
It's true.
And especially in those situations where you're going to have like the most butterfingers, your hands are going to be sweating like more than they've ever sweat before. Yes, you want something on like that. Everyday carry, I have a hard time believing that. Not really lends itself in many ways, but I don't know.
Yeah, in a self-defense situation, though, you're not going to even think about putting that lanyard on your wrist so you don't drop your gun.
Right, but I'm saying combat situations, yes, but in day-to-day carry, it's hard to.
You can always tell what people are looking at on their like internet when you're looking at these things. You get these advertisements. Mine are always like motorcycles, and for some reason, okay, so I stopped by the site like one or two times to be like, how much is this desk? Because they sell like the most ornately expensive shit you've ever tried to buy ever, and like I put like a just going through the site, like put together a office ensemble for $110,000. I got a desk, a bookcase, a shelf, and a fucking like thing to put booze in. $110,000. Yeah, fuck that. Even if I was like, yo, I just won $100 million in the lottery. How do I want to spend my money? I ain't never buying a $20,000 desk. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care if it was in the White House. I'm not spending that much money on a fucking desk. I don't care.
I mean, I don't know. If I had money, I'd be getting me the desk of Uday and Hussein. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. If I had, stupid money, I'm getting that.
Boy, that's like
I'd get like Erwin Rommel's chair or something like that. I'd get something crazy like that.
Wayne
Be
Chung.
surprised what you buy when you're drunk, Honda. Be like Daniel buying a $47,000 CNC machine and couldn't remember.
Oh God, is Daniel in here? How's that CNC machine treating you? How did the wife take it?
He said he's going to try to sneak it into the garage without her knowing. Act like it's been there the whole time.
I mean, if she doesn't pay attention to the bank account, you might get away with it. If she does, you're fucked. Okay, do these like personal safety alarms work? Like a woman's getting raped or something in an alley and she presses the button and 115 decibel alarm keychain for women starts making noise.
Well,
is she going to be saved?
It's a nice little soundtrack to her murder.
Well, anything that draws attention, I would say would be a nice thing, but it shouldn't be the end-all be-all. I'd say carrying a gun is a way better deterrent.
Yeah, because you could use it, distract them for a minute until you can get your weapon out.
God damn it, Mark Malone says, strongly considering buying a Honda CRF 300L. If you could look at my YouTube watch history, there's about 50 videos in the past week that I've watched about the CRF 300L.
Mark, what the hell were you earlier?
Yeah, seriously.
Right.
We needed you to explain the Jew hate, but you weren't here.
Exactly.
Explain to us that which is the Jew hate. Gun magnet mount. Fast-loaded magnet gun holster for self-defense. Pistol magnet holder for vehicle. I wouldn't trust a magnet holster. I would feel like that might, you start jogging, your gun's going to fucking fall off your hip,
No magnet holsters don't ever work. That's dumb.
Yeah.
The ones in the car are the absolute worst. Where it shows them racking it. That's so stupid.
I mean, I could understand one in a car better, though, because you'd like have the gun in a certain spot. You just grab it and yanks it off the magnet. If you hit like a pothole or something and it falls off the magnet, it's like not the end of the world. It's just on the floor. It's not like on the street. A late night knock at your door. What do you do? What do you do if someone knocks on your door late at night? I immediately grab a handgun. Did we order pizza? I'm a bit of a night owl. I find my writing is more creative later in the evening, so I do most of my content between 11 and 3 a.m. I wake up around 2:30 on a Thursday night weeks ago when I heard the very soft knocking at my door. It was so soft I could barely hear it. I walked to the door and looked out the peephole. Two women in their mid-20s were outside my door and began softly knocking on it again. Let me stage by describing my living arrangement. Very nice apartment. My apartment building is 3 stories. I have an apartment on the ground floor. Blah, blah, blah. When you enter my apartment building, you will see a hallway that contains my apartment front door and the doors to various garages that surround me. There is a large set of stairs leading to other residence places as well. Is a quiet rental complex of residents that don't generally socialize much in the common areas. Just having knocked on my door was unusual. Knocking at 2:30 a.m. is really unusual. The very soft nature of the knock was strange as well. What's going on here? I had never seen the two women standing outside my door. Both were talking quietly to each other, but they were on their phones as they knocked. They kept turning their heads to look back to the entrance of the hall. Think through this scenario. What would you do? I would talk through the door. It'd be like, who are you and what do you want? And if they had some good excuse, maybe I would like crack the door open with the little chain thing and talk to them like through the crack. But my worry would be like, okay, you got like two 20-something-year-old hot chicks in the hallway knocking on your door softly at 2:30 in the morning. What are the odds that they've got like two big-ass fucking homeboys just out of sight ready to fucking grab you as soon as you open the door?
Really good, so don't do it.
Yeah. Ooh, Calhoun Republic. Tonight, I'm drinking Coors Banquet. I tried it at your recommendation. Good one, thanks. See? Everyone's like, ugh, Coors is shit, because all you've ever drank is Coors Light, right? You've had Coors Light before. You've been at a fucking goddamn frat party with a keg of Coors Light. You know how shitty that shit is. And so you think, well, Coors, who would want that? Coors Light's bullshit. But Coors Original is actually delicious.
Coors Banquet, made famous by the Karate Kid show.
It's
Cobra
true.
Kai.
Well, the fact that guy was drinking it, I'm like, am I Johnny?
You do like motorcycles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
love Cobra Kai and how it shows you that Daniel's the jerk. I love that.
I love how that whole thing was started by a guy who made a YouTube video about how Daniel was the jerk.
Yep.
Yeah.
Power of YouTube. Okay, let's see how this ends. It was the girls telling... Okay, wait. One of the girls began speaking to me softly. She said that they both lived upstairs and they had a massive cockroach in their apartment.
No.
She started rambling and laying down in depths about the story of the cockroach about how the cockroach scared their dog and their dog wouldn't stop barking at it. She continued by saying that she didn't want her dog waking up the neighbors from all the barking, so she asked me to come up to their apartment and kill the cockroach for them.
No.
It was odd that the girl was telling me the story. She was stopping to talk on the phone as well. The girl never stopped talking on the phone. Their voices were really hush. That's the storyline I heard before. I ask again, what would you do? Do you help the poor damsels in distress and kill the cockroach, or do you refuse? Without opening the door, I said, I'm sorry, it's late, I can't help you. The girls turned around and instantly walked out of the building door into the parking lot, not upstairs where they allegedly left. I never saw them again. I checked the back patio door to make sure that there wasn't anyone waiting there to break in while I was distracted by the girls. Door locked, blinds pulled, no one loitering outside. I set up my door jammers, blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Yeah, there were some dudes in their apartment waiting to rob you.
Yep.
Or
That's
kill you or whatever.
Yep.
Again, that's why you have a gun in your reach when the door is being knocked on late at night.
Yo, you just gotta stay strapped, homie. That's the moral of the story. Stay strapped 24/7.
Dude, even like if it's the middle of the day and I didn't order a pizza,
yep,
and someone knocks on the door, I'm like, what the fuck? You know? Talking on, yeah, and like the fact that she's talking on the phone the whole fucking time. Yeah, like the guy's listening in, he's waiting for the opportunity. He's waiting for the code word, you know, paprika, and then you go in, like whatever it is. Anti-disestablishmentarianism. Did you pick a longer fucking code word, Honda? Actually, no. That's the longest word in the English language. You're welcome.
What if the chick knocks on your door naked? Like already naked?
Then you let her in immediately. Well, if she's plus size, then you don't.
Right. But at that point, you just got to risk it just to find out.
Yep. I don't know, man. That's I guess that's about all we got for tonight. I don't know, man. What do you do when the school that your kids go to is being shot up and the police are in the parking lot stopping you from going in, and there's 20 of them in the hallway and none of them are doing anything?
You reach for the hand sanitizer.
Yeah. Yep.
Apparently. Yeah.
Take matters into your own hands.
Yep. Got to kill those germs.
Calhoun,
not the suspect, but the germs.
Calhoun Republic says, depends on how plus sized.
What Japan's considered plus size.
Yeah, if you're Japan plus size, I'm okay with it. Because that means you're like 100 pounds, not 85. Well, all right, guys. I do appreciate everyone coming tonight, coming hard on the chat, all over it. Bukkake chat up in the house.
Oh, yeah.
I do appreciate everyone on the panel who was here for the entire... Duke was awake the entire time.
I know.
New year, new me.
Duke, I'm so proud of you. Remember when I did that 24-hour chat and you slept twice in the amount of time that I did the chat?
I do remember. It was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that wasn't that long ago. Well, all right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow night for the Guns and Gays podcast. Wait, what is it called? The Free for All chat on Never Enough Ammo's channel. As always, we will see you tomorrow, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Peace out.
Later, tank ticklers.
Peace.